Securing Charlie.
Be advised, UAV is bingo fuel. RTB for resupply.
Welcome back, peeps. Thank you for tuning in the Band of Bros channel. In today's video, we're going to be going over the sniping one-on-one guide in Modern Warfare Warzone mode. Right? In this video, we're going to be teaching you a bunch of tips and tricks on what is the best sniper for you to get a lot more kills with your sniper in Warzone. As well, remember, if you do enjoy this video, please like and subscribe and turn that notification bell on. It does help me out a lot. And without further ado, let's jump right into this video. Alright, so starting off, one of the most important things on, how can you snipe better is the class. So let's jump right into it. But I'm not going to be your typical, use this class and you're going to be a god and you're going to quickscope everybody and get all these kills and all that. No. That is not how it's going to work, right? I'm going to be giving you two options because there's two different kinds of snipers in this game. It all depends on your play style, right? On how you like to play the game. So let's jump right into my snipers. So the two kinds of sniper there are going to be in this game. They're going to be the HDR guys and they're going to be the AX50 guys. Now, both of the snipers are good. It just depends on what kind of sniper you want to be. For the HDR, you're the kind of person that you want to sit a little bit back. You want to get those longer range kills because the HDR is going to have a little bit more range and it's going to be able to get that bullet, the travel time of that bullet is going to be a lot faster. So you're going to be able to hit those shots when the guy is running and you're trying to bullet lead. You're going to be able to hit him easier and you're going to be able to hit longer shots. Now with the AX50, once you put the appropriate attachment to it, the AX50 aims insanely fast. So if you like that sniper that is incredibly agile, that aims incredibly fast, and you like to do those quick scopes, then go ahead and use that AX50. But now, first off, let's jump into the HDR. This is the one I have. Now the HDR I made, I personally don't like my snipers being really slow. That's one of the tips I got for you. Don't make your sniper really slow because that is how they beat you. Whoever aims first, whoever acquires their target first is the one that's going to win the game. All right, the sniper battle. So if your sniper is really slow in aiming, then you're going to lose that battle. Now first off, this is the attachment that everybody should have. You should all have monolithic suppressor, whether it's on your HDR, whether it's on your AX50, it doesn't really matter, but slap that monolithic suppressor on there. For the barrel, I've got the HDR Pro, which is going to give me that damage range, bullet velocity, and recoil control. For the laser, I suggest you put it on the HDR and on the AX50 as well, which is going to give you that aim down sight speed, aiming stability, and aim walking steadiness. For the optic, I recommend you put nothing on the HDR and on the AX50. Really do not put anything. All these scopes do make your sniper a lot slower, so just do keep that in mind. I mean, if you really don't mind your sniper being really slow, then maybe go ahead and throw that variable zoom in there. But honestly, if you do get accustomed to it, please do not throw that in there. Now for the stock, we're going to have the Stacker Scout, which is going to be the aim down sight speed. And now for the other one, I really don't want to throw the 7-round mag or the 9-round mag because it makes my sniper a lot slower. And from the other barrel, I mean, I don't really use the bipod. So what I use the perk fully loaded. So when I jump in the game and when I grab my class, I already have all my starting ammo with the sniper, which actually does help me out quite a bit. Now, if you notice, this is something that I do with this sniper. I didn't make this sniper incredibly slow. What I did is where I added speed. So obviously with the stock, I made it aiming faster, and with the laser as well, aiming faster. Having no optic, aims a little bit faster, but with the barrel and the muzzle, I made this weapon shoot a little bit further, which is what you want. So this sniper is going to be quick and is going to be able to shoot pretty far away. That's why I believe this is one of the best all-round snipers in the game. Now, if you want to go ahead and use the AX50, every single attachment that you put on that must be to increase that aiming down sight speed. Because if you're going to have that AX50 and you're going to put all these different damages and range and variable zoom scope, might as well use the HDR. Because the AX50, the primary use for that is to get on your target a lot faster than anybody else. Something I also do recommend, a little tip for you guys as well, is when you're in your primary weapon, go ahead and customize and change the reticle for your sniper, because sometimes you may not be used to the one that the one gives you. Maybe sometimes you don't like the reticle that the HDR comes with. So this actually does help you out a lot. It honestly depends on a personal level. I like this one, which is the crosshair. which is the cross thread, which basically turns the HDR's reticle into the AX50. Again, like I said, this is pretty important because it is what's going to be able to help you acquire your target a lot faster. Again, I can't tell you which one's the best. This is all about personal preference, but go ahead and change that reticle. It is going to help you out a lot. Now let's jump into the gameplay, the general gameplay, and how to get some more kilos. All right, I'm not really going to go into you know, what settings to use and use this and use that. Why? Because that all depends on the player. All right, what you may want to do is, let me go ahead and jump on it right here. In the controller, so if you go to options, what you may want to do is change that ADS sensitivity. Again, this is only for multiplayer, but I mean, if you want to go ahead and change that, the ADS sensitivity, that means that while you're aiming down sights with scopes, obviously with high zoom, you're going to be able to move that scope a lot faster. So that's something that you may want to change if it is a little bit too slow for you. But now let's jump right into the gameplay. All right, so one of the things, again, I just wanted to tell you is for the snipers as well, don't use thermal. You know, talking about Warzone. Why? Because it is too much vulnerability. First of all, you can't see through windows. So if you got the white thermal, you can't see outside of a window. So if you're in a building that has a window, you're gonna have to break it. You may give away your position. Second of all, if there is a guy and you're aiming at a building and he's hiding behind that window, you're not going to be able to see him. So again, just too much vulnerability, and a lot of people do run cold-blooded now, so it may be even a lot harder to see if they do have cold-blooded. So honestly, for that once in a while when they're running and they don't have cold-blooded and you can see him in white, I would just prefer not to use thermal, again, because it also makes your weapon a lot slower. So just don't use thermal. Too much vulnerability, honestly, on my point of view. Now, this is going to be the most important tip I got for you guys, which is going to be stick with one sniper. All right, like I said before, I'm not here to tell you use these sensitivities and you're gonna become boss ass bitch. You know, use this gun and you're gonna wreck everybody in the game. It all comes to that one thing, and that is knowing your gun, knowing the bullet lead, and knowing your sniper. All right, those three things. Now, if you do see in the background, what I am playing is I am not playing Warzone. I'm actually playing Ground War in multiplayer. Now, why is this? This is the most important thing to play if you want to improve your sniping in Warzone. All right, and this is going to be because you want to practice with your gun. You want to know your sniper. The only way that you're on is going to be truly a god when it comes to using your sniper. Again, regardless of all the you know, you have all your attachments and all that, is knowing your sniper. So knowing, you know, when they're 100 meters out, how far do you have to shoot that guy, right? So the scope, does it have to be just tiny a little bit on his head to get that shot? If he's running and he's 200 meters out, you know, how many ticks of bullet lead do you want to give this guy so you can get that shot? You can see in the video, I do miss I do miss a few shots, but I also do make a lot of those shots when those guys are on the move. Again, as you guys see me here, I'm not going around quick scoping everybody. I'm trying to practice my bullet lead, so I obviously stay in a building, and you can see a bunch of guys running and running and running, and I do hit a bunch of those shots. And again, that's going to be the most important thing when it comes to this game, knowing the bullet lead. If you know your sniper bullet lead and you know your sniper bullet drop, that is how you will become a really good sniper in Warzone. All right, regardless of everything else, if you know your sniper, you are going to hit your shots a lot easier. So now imagine if you got a sniper that you can acquire your target faster, right? But by having that sniper aim a lot faster, and you know your bullet lead, you're going to be an incredibly good sniper. Now, if you don't have multiplayer, what you can play is you can play Plunder, because Plunder you can respawn. So go ahead and try that one. But if you do have multiplayer, I do suggest you playing some Ground War. Mostly because there is, obviously it's multiplayer, so there's going to be a lot more enemies. So there's going to be a lot more respawning, a lot more of that. So you can practice your shots a lot more. Obviously, if you're playing Plunder, you know, there may be certain times when you don't see you know, a lot of people. So the more you can practice, the more you can shoot, that is going to be a lot better. So again, like I said, if you do have multiplayer, jump into Ground War. It's going to help you out tremendously. And now talking about that one as well is, what the hell was I going to say? I literally just forgot it. It was about Ground War. Damn it. I'll be right back. Chingados era. All right, so the other thing that I was going to mention, which I almost forgot, was that is really, really important when you're practicing and even when you're in the game. I see a lot of people not confident with their shots, and they wait too long to take a shot at an enemy. If you do have the monolithic suppressor on, which obviously they can't see where you're shooting from, and even when you're in multiplayer, it's very important that you don't think too much on your shots, if this makes any sense. So don't see a guy running and then chase him with your scope like half an hour and try to get the exact same bullet speed and the bullet drop and the speed of the wind and all this. Honestly, if you see a guy, aim quick and take a shot. You just take a shot immediately. This is going to help you out a lot because you do want to take that shot incredibly. You do want to take that shot pretty fast. So just honestly get yourself used to that sniper and don't try and follow that same soldier for a long time. I don't know if you guys are getting what I'm saying, but I just see a lot of people that they wait too long with the sniper because they don't want to miss and they want to make sure they have the perfect shot. They want to make sure they aim to the head. Honestly, to feel good with your sniper, to know your sniper, you just got to shoot it a lot. And what this means, it means if you see an enemy, even though if you may think you are not going to shoot him, still aim and try to shoot him. That is going to be the only way that you're going to learn and to improve with your sniper. So thank you everybody for tuning in. I deeply appreciate it. These were all the tips and tricks that I have for you guys to improve your sniping in Warzone. Hopefully this was a little bit different than the other videos out there. Thank you everybody for tuning in. Peace out. And I'll see you all in the next one.